Hey guys, welcome back to the shop. My name's Adam, and another episode of Saturday Night Special for you. So I'm gonna plan to throw together a little mix of things for you again. You guys seem to really be enjoying what I'm doing with that, having a little fun with it, just trying to mix it up a little bit, show you a few different things. So we've got a little bit of work that we did this week. I'm gonna throw that in there, and I got some more viewer mail in the mailbox past week, so I've got a few things here that I want to show you, and so we're going to go ahead and get started on it, okay? So the first item that I received is this really cool steer it tool button. It's actually a magnetic back, so I can put it up on the toolbox. That plastic's kind of hindering it a little bit, but anyway, cool little button right here. And this was sent to me by Buddy Lineman, and he is from Jonesboro, Tennessee, and he wrote me a little note about it and said that he was on eBay and he saw this little steer it button and he thought about me. Whenever I was talking about the steer it calipers, I showed him a couple videos back, and he says, I guess that steer it is the Cadillac on machine tools. Well, to me, steer it is my favorite machinist tool. I love steer it, I love buying steer it, and I love all the old steer it tools that I have. And it's just a great quality tool all around, and I love them. I love all machinist tools, but I especially like steer it. So this is really cool right here. I like that. So he says that this was his way of saying thank you for the videos that I share on YouTube, and that he learns a lot about machine shop tools and how to set things up and making chips. He's a journeyman lineman by trade, but he enjoys working metal, and he wanted to give a thanks to me, Ox Tools, Tubal Cane, and others. And he had been able to make and repair things for myself and his friends. So that's Buddy Lineman. So Buddy, I really like this. This is a really cool thing. I've actually never seen one before, and I like this kind of stuff. This is gonna be something cool. I'm gonna put up here on one of the toolboxes somewhere so that you can see it. And I'll give you another shot, guys, a little closer shot of it there. It's got the old steer it logo with the mic and the calipers and the square. So there's that. Like I said, that's from Buddy Lineman. All right, I'm gonna move on to the next thing here. So we got another package, and this comes from Bill De La Vega, and he's from Los Angeles, California. And what he sent me was this really super cool pen. And this is just really nice. I've never had any kind of special pen before, ever. You know, I've always just had store-bought pens, and so this is actually really special because Bill, well, he turned this center section here. This is wood, and in his letter here, he says this is ebony from a piece of scrap that he had got. And the rest of the parts, I'm not into pens. I've never had anything to do with them, but apparently, you know, parts of a pen is something that you can buy commercially, and you can make your own pens. And I've heard of other guys doing it. So, so Bill likes to do this, and he decided to make me one. So, Bill, thank you. I really like this pen. It fits my hand good. You know, it's got a nice size to it, a nice feel, and a pen is actually a tool that everybody uses every day. And I usually have my work shirts on. I've just got my t-shirt on today, but I've been carrying this pen with me for actually the past few days here at work. And you know, I put it in my pocket, and that's what I've been using it, and it writes really nice. So Bill, this is excellent. Thank you very much for it. And he had wrote a note, and he says thank you for posting your videos, and he enjoys watches them, and he enjoys to watch them a bit. And it's always good to see how others solve problems, and you have a really nice shop, and I'm glad you're able to continue your family business. And this is just a small gift. It's made of ebony that I got as a scrap piece of material. It takes a Parker refill. Just unscrew the tip and swap out the refill when the time comes. So very simple deal. You just unscrew the end there and you pull the spring out, and then the refill comes out. Just a little cartridge, and you stick it back in there. So very nice, and I plan to have this for many, many years, and I will cherish it. So thank you, Bill. This is great. Another tool that I'll be using all the time now. Okay, we got another little quick job to do. I say quick, I mean it's just a small project here, but so this is the part that I've got to copy. You see here, what this is a hydraulic pickup tube, and this belongs to Fernando, and you've seen him in my last video. He's the one that helped me fix the Coke machine. So we always help each other out anytime one of us needs something. So he called me and asked me could I help him make a part. So this is out of his tractor, and he says this goes down in the transmission and it bolts down, and you know, it picks up the oil there, the hydraulic fluid, I guess. And somehow it had gotten bent and moved, or it wasn't in the right location. You see those holes that's in there. He said there's a gear that cut one, and then the PTO shaft got into the other hole there, and he says it ended up wadding up like a pretzel. So he got it straightened up as close as he could to kind of match how he thought it was supposed to fit down in there, because he said it's got to fit in the right spot. And it looks like it's been bent before, and somebody's done some brazing, silver soldering on it or something like that. Okay, so this is what we need to make right here. And here's a tube that he had somebody else here in town make up for him. And this is a piece of stainless tubing. And now this is this is 1/2 inch, and then the new one's 5/8. But I guess this is all they had, so he said he was going to use that. All right. Luckily, I found me a piece of flat bar, 3/16 by 2.5, which is the perfect size for this base plate right here. And you can see, there it is, like so. So this would be real simple. All we got to do is just, I'll probably just lay some bluing on it, or some of my red Dykem, and just scribe a line on there, and probably just dress it on the belt sander, get that, no big deal. And then clamp it to it, and I'll locate the holes, transfer them, put those holes in. I'll have to put another hole here for the tube to go through, and I'll have to shorten this, you know, cut it off the right length, and then I got to put it in there and weld it up. So that's what we're going to get started on, and get this project going. Okay, we're going to move on to the last package that was sent to me, and it's a pretty interesting box. It's a nice little mix of things, and this was sent to me by Emil Gawazik, and please forgive me if I pronounce that wrong. I'll throw it up there on the screen so you guys can see. But so we'll start off with this Velvet Elvis card. And he wrote quite a bit of notes in there for me, and he says, probably not close to your birthday, but a Velvet Elvis is always awesome. It is. You gotta love a Velvet Elvis. And so that's his note, and I'll get to some of the stuff he sent here. All right, he's got a couple stickers, and here's the first sticker that he sent. Police dog service. I haven't really talked to him, so I'm not sure if this has to do with his line of work. I'm assuming that he is, but that's a cool sticker. And I'm gonna put it up here in the shop. Probably put it over here on the cabinet. And this other one is actually very funny. This is a warning sticker for loud sirens. It says sirens produce loud sounds that may damage hearing. Roll up windows, wear hearing protection, and use only for emergency response. Avoid exposure to siren sound outside of vehicle. So there's two of them on here, and that's quite funny because I know you guys are always hearing those sirens that's in the background, and it's just nature of the beast where I live. You know, I'm by a major highway. There's another major highway just to the south of me, and we have emergency response vehicles that's always coming through this area, and that's why you guys are always hearing the fire trucks and the ambulances. But anyway, cool sticker, and I'll post them up out here in the shop also. So, all right, so the next thing that he had sent is I've already taken it out of the box, is a video mic, and that's really cool. You guys have been, you know, in the past you were talking about it. There's the box that it came in right there. Video mic go, an on-camera microphone. So I took it out and started playing around with it, and oh, he also, this is another thing that he sent, is this is spare parts for GoPro cameras. It's what they call a grab bag, and it's got a few different mounts in there and some more sticky mounts, and this stuff is always useful whenever you're trying to set up different mounts. And I've got a few of these, so I've got some more here. And so what I noticed that he had done is the way this mic is designed is you can put it on a camera, and there's another nut that actually goes on here, and you can tighten it down onto the top of your camera where the flash goes. And so what he has done, he took one of the GoPro mounts that came in the grab bag, and he actually cut out a section here and added this screw so that I can attach it to the bottom of the mic right here. So what this allowed me to do is I'll be able to attach this and hook it to one of my GoPro mounts, which is really cool. That's a nice idea. The way this thing is made, it's you know, it's suspended here on this, so it won't catch all that machine noise that you guys are always used to hearing when I've got the Noga mounted over on the lathe, and you hear that resonance coming up through the camera there. So oh, the other thing is Tom Lipton in the past video showed that he sent me this mic adapter, and that's what Emil had said in his note was he seen where Tom sent me this mic adapter, so he thought that I should have a mic to go with it. So thank you very much for the mic, and we're going to try this stuff out. Well, what I was thinking I'm going to do is when I get some time, I want to make me another mount that'll go on the Noga here, and it's going to be a bigger plate, and I'll have a bigger plate to where I can have the camera mounted on it, and then directly behind it I'll have another GoPro mount that the mic will snap into. So I'll have the camera sitting here and then the mic right here above it. So that's something that I'm going to play with here pretty soon, hopefully, and we'll start testing this out and see how it does. I haven't even tried it yet, so I'm looking forward to using this, and hopefully that'll improve the quality of the videos a little bit for you guys. So big thanks to Emil for sending this to me, and we're going to give it a go. All right, so there's the mic. We got the grab bag right there. All right, and then the last thing is a jar of this Canada's strawberry jam. He had whenever he sent me a message, he asked me what my favorite jam was. I thought kind of random, but I told him, I said I love strawberry preserves. That's always been my favorite. But he sent me this, and I can't say that I've ever seen it before, and I'm looking forward to trying it out. You know, something interesting about this is that it's actually a can, and I'm not used to seeing jam in a can like this. You know, you got to cut it open, but it's got the top that snaps on there. All of our jam is like, you know, it's in a glass jar with a screw-on lid. So, some Canada's finest jam right here. And he sent me a note here, like I said, in the letter. And I like going over some of this stuff because he mentions other people, not just me. And I like to share that with everybody whenever somebody is thinking, not just me, but other people too. He had noticed Tom, hell of a good guy, sent you the audio input cable thingy for your GoPro, so I figured you should also have something to plug into it. Okay, GoPro bag. And he says, I truly appreciate the time, effort, and ideas you put into all the videos. Until guys like you, the Keiths, so Keith Fenner, Keith Rucker, Tom, John, and all of the other excellent machinists on YouTube started doing videos, guys like myself have had little resources to learn from in improving workmanship and techniques. Hell, at some point I may even hunt up an older mill and lathe for my own shop to cut down a lot of filing and manual cutting. Anyways, keep up the good work, excellent little tutorials, and you are the Forge All King, he says. And inspiring folks like myself to keep learning something new and different all of the time. Emil Gawazwick. So sorry if I'm saying the name wrong. And he is, I guess I forgot to tell you, he's from New Westminster, British Columbia, Canada. So that's from Emil. And so that's everything right there. And we got the stickers. So, all right, so that's the mail goodies that came in this week. And we're going to move on to some machine work now. And hope you guys enjoy it, okay? I just laid it all out with some of the red Dykem, and I'm just going to trace me a nice line on here. And I'm not going to spend a bunch of time on that. I'll probably just use the belt sander and just go over there and just dress her down, and you know, just shape it to look like that. I'll transfer these two holes. Alright, and what I'll do is I'll measure this one here, the original. When I drill this hole, I'll just move it on the mill table down to wherever this location is here. I believe it was 15/16 because I checked it out already. And I'll just get I'll get another punch and open those punch marks up a little bit more. Okay, got the part dressed up and ready to put in here and pop some holes in it. I wanted to show you guys this real quick. I think I never did show you this. I've had them for a few months now, but this is a little parallel set that I bought from MSC, and I got these on sale, and I bought this set for $42. I've talked before in a video about it's important to have a good selection of parallels, and we all know that, but I just thought I'd show you. This is a nice little set of parallels that didn't cost a lot of money, and they range from 1/2 inch to 1 5/8, you know, on the height there. So, and they got some nice, they come wrapped up in an oily paper, keep them from rusting. But so I got two here I've already used before. We'll just use those. But like I said, I just wanted to show this. You guys look in those sale catalogs for stuff that's useful to use and doesn't cost a whole lot of money. And this is a nice little set for 42 bucks. So keep your eyes out for stuff like this right here. I think I picked those up when I got that last Noga. All right, let's get her clamped up. All right, snugged up. Just going to use my center pointer to find the punch mark here. Usually you can just kind of lay it on the edge and then move the table real lightly, and you can see it kind of fall to the bottom of the punch mark. And that's good there. And these holes are actually drilled 13/32. It's you know, clearance hole for a 3/8 bolt. And we got to go down some more. Let me slow it down too. I like to make a little spot with the center drill whenever I'm just doing a quick through hole. It's going to be real close to that parallel. I'm going to try to eyeball it there and just take it easy. Try not to twist it up some. Right on the edge of it, so it might not have touched it. that's Gil texting me there, jamming out some music. Okay, all right. Alright, so we're going to do this hole next, and what I'll do is have the, once I find the 0 point, I'll have the backlash eliminated where I can move the table for the other hole for the tubing to go through. Okay, that feels pretty good. It's like it's hitting the bottom. And I'm going to set my 0. And once I drill that hole, I'm going to move it down 29/32. Just spot it. All right, so I already measured what the center to center distance is, and that they're in line, so I've got to move it 29/32 or 0.906. That's 9 6/1000. Okay, so that'll be where the tube. I'm just kind of eyeballing it, looking over it here, and that looks right. That's going to be a 5/8 hole. I'm gonna drill it with this one first, and then we'll go in with 5/8. Yep, gotta use the DeWalt power feet again. Yeah, this old 5/8 drill is in rough shape. It's another one of those I need to replace. A little faster than what I want, but I think we're going to go with it. Okay. All right. Plate's ready. Had to deburr the holes. I forgot to mention that. I'll have to file that a little bit. It's kind of raising an edge up on that one. I got the tube marked where I'm going to cut it off with my cutoff wheel, and this should give me a little bit of extra metal there that'll actually stick down past the plate, and once I get it welded where I want it, then I can come back and dress the excess off. Okay, we're getting there. I've got it kind of stuck together right now, and I haven't actually mic'd this tubing or the hole or anything. I figured this tube was just going to kind of slide through there, and that sucker is tight. I mean, it is like a precision fit. So I've been trying to wiggle it up on there, but we're really close to what we need. And what I'm doing is when I hold this flat here, it ain't perfect. I'm just trying to get a measurement to the bottom of this side here, and it's around 1 3/4 a distance between here, so that's what I'm kind of looking for on this. I got to kind of hang it off and hold it flat, but I've got a little ways to go to try to get it up on there. I might try the vise here and see if it'll twist it down in there. Yeah, there we go. That's real close right there. Using the hook scale, go from the bottom and just eyeball the bottom of the tube, and I'm on 1 3/4 right there. So let's see here. This is kind of the tricky part, is getting it in line like this old one. He said it is pretty important. I mean, you got a little bit of room there, but I think if it's off just a smidget one way, he may be able to maybe tweak this bend somewhere. So I'm gonna hold this thing up above it and eyeball it. My other option I was thinking, which is a lot longer process, is to make like a simple little jig plate that this thing will lay on, but I don't know if it's worth the time to do that. So I'm gonna do some eyeball precision measuring right here, and I'm looking straight down where the plates are in line, and then I'm looking at this tube, and it looks like it's there on it. I think it's there. Okay. That looks pretty good. All right. 1 3/4 from the bottom of the plate there. All right, we're at 1 3/4 to the bottom of the tube here, so I'm hoping that this works. I really do. So I'm gonna kind of get the plate level and make sure the tube is kind of sitting level also. All right, not bad. Okay. I think that could be considered level. All right, I think I'm gonna go with it right there. And you know what? If it ain't right, we'll make it right. So what I'm gonna do is get set up, and I'm gonna use these, I'm going to use the silicon bronze TIG rod that Mr. Tom Lipton sent me. I'm going to use that and put a nice little weld bead around this tube here. And then when we're done, I'll take the bottom, we'll dress the bottom off flat. So let me get her set up. Okay, I'm about to see how this thing does. Okay, I believe these are done. I got the bottom dressed off, and there it is. What do you think? Hopefully Fernando will be pleased with that job. And you know, I sit here and I stack them on top of each other, and the bends, the tubing looks like they're aligned the same, so I think it'll work. Everything looks good, and I dressed the bottom off there I had the tube that was sticking out. I just used the belt sander and I didn't go set the camera up, but you know, I just held it up against the belt and just kept dressing it till it was nice and flat. I just wire brushed it a little bit, and all of the weld looks really nice. Those silicon bronze TIG rods actually work really good. I got to thank Tom for sending them to me, telling me to try them, because that's something new that I just never had tried in the shop before. And you know what, they work really nice. So I look forward to being able to use those in other projects. So anyway, this is done here, and the only thing that we may have to do is the length of this tube here is still a little bit long, and whenever he was talking about it, we didn't ever really discuss the total length here on the end, but him and Mom's coming by later to pick it up, and if we need to, we'll just mark that and whack it off, dress the end, and let her go. So there we go. Oil pickup tube for a tractor. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Thanks for checking it out. So we'll go find another project to start on. Okay, so I just wanted to give you a little teaser into something that I'm going to throw into a video here real soon. You see what's over here on the table? It's another machinist box and some more goodies sitting here next to it. But I'm not going to go into this right now. I want to save this for another video. I just wanted to give you guys a little heads up. It's a machinist box, and it's extremely heavy. It's got a lot of stuff in there, and we're not going to go into it right now, so you're going to have to wait. But I just wanted to show you something that you can be looking forward to in another video, okay? Got a lot of cool stuff in there that we can check out. Hey guys, there was one more thing I wanted to point out to you. You'll notice at the beginning of this video, I attempted to create a cool little new intro, and in that intro there's a new picture in there, and that picture was actually made for me by Quinn Berry, and he's also known on YouTube as Burnaby Street. He had sent me a message, and he was playing around with my background, my wall picture there on YouTube with the chips. That was a picture of the chips I took during the face-off, and he took that picture and was playing around with it, and said that he wanted to try to make a cool background for me to use on YouTube and that kind of stuff. So I just wanted to point that out to Quinn, that he did that for me, and that was something that he did for me, just like the other guys have been sending me cool gifts. So that was done by Quinn, so I got to thank Quinn for all the help with that. He made a couple and sent to me, and we picked one out, and that's what I threw into the background. And so we're going to play with it, and I'm going to try to have have an interesting intro, maybe even an outro for you guys to kind of help maybe improve the quality of the film a little bit. So I just, like I said, I wanted you guys to know that I did not make that. That was made by Quinn Berry. And Quinn, thanks very much for all that. And I may be hitting you up again with some more work for you. So keep an eye out for that email. We might have some more to do there. All right.